guys, how are you all doing today? I've come in quickly to talk about the importance of effective communication in marriage. Why is it so crucial? I'm sure you've all heard about communication. Why is that big letter C so important in marriage? It is vital. It is crucial. I can't even emphasize this enough. Now, the reason why it's important is because it helps build emotional intimacy between the couple. Emotional intimacy. Imagine a relationship where you do not understand each other. Well, how far do you think that relationship is going to go? Now, we've often heard it being said that the woman needs to look for that important time she can talk to her husband. You see, look for the right time. Make sure he's in the right mood. Make sure, what about the man? Remember, it is a partnership. So instead of everyone following maybe what society pressure, everyone seems to be talking about, the woman needs to do this, the girl child is trained to look after her home. What about changing that narrative and ensuring that the male and female both understand the importance of taking care of the home, the importance of nurturing the relationship? Now, it is crucial, like I said, because it helps build emotional intimacy. Now, the woman is not in the relationship by herself, so intimacy is going to be built between herself and her partner, the husband. Therefore, it is important for both male and female to understand why it is important for the relationship to have effective communication. It's important for the woman to communicate effectively to her husband, and husband, please, it's important for you as well to communicate effectively with your wife. Why? Open communication leads to you being able to express your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions. You're able to express yourself freely because you have that safe space where you can talk. You can speak with your partner without anyone erupting in anger. You have that safe space where you can express yourself, you can express your thoughts, you can be vulnerable. Yeah? You can both be vulnerable without feeling like it's going to be used against you. So you see why effective communication is important? Yes, I've said it. It has to be effective. Don't just communicate and throw words around. That's not effective communication. So from today, I'd like you as a couple to change things around the home. Say we must communicate effectively. We must speak. We must express. We must ensure that our home, our space is safe so that you can both win, have a win-win situation. All right, that's tip number 1. Look out for tip number 2 tomorrow. Thank you. Bye. Hi, so this is day 2. We are looking at the importance of effective communication in marriage. So today, the tip I'll be giving to us is it makes it easy to resolve conflict. Yes, you are able to resolve conflict easily with effective communication. It becomes easier not to hold a grudge against your husband. Now, disagreements are spoken about. You have a common ground. You're able to quickly find a common ground. You don't hold on to this grudge for days. I know there are some people, when they are angry in their relationship, the woman doesn't cook for the man turns the other side, on the bed. The woman turns the other side. One faces the west, the other faces the east because of disagreement. However, with effective communication, you are able to talk to your spouse. Remember, yesterday we spoke about having a safe space. So you have this safe space where you're able to resolve conflict easily, and you find, the common ground. When we both get to this point, okay, one of us has to back down. You don't cross this line. You both know your gray areas. You both have an understanding that, okay, conflict will arise, but how do we resolve this conflict? And the way you resolve conflict in your home will not be the same way another couple will resolve their conflict. So you have to find what works for you. So you have this common ground. You've both agreed that you are going to draw the line when you notice that the conflict is becoming, is going overboard. One person has to back down, whether you are right or you are wrong. And best case scenario, both of you back down. Cool off. Find time to speak about the situation, the right time. And when you put all these tips into practice, you will soon realize that your relationship, your bond is getting stronger than ever before. Thanks once again for coming to my page and following my tips. Watch out for tip number 3 tomorrow. This week, I'll be sharing 7 tips on the reasons why effective communication is important in your marriage. So, see you tomorrow. Bye. Why is effective communication important in your marriage? We have been discussing these tips. Now, this is day 3. Effective communication is important in your marriage because it strengthens trust. The trust you have between yourself and your spouse. Yeah? Open communication allows you to express yourself in a safe environment. You can both express your concerns. You can both discuss. You can both be vulnerable because you trust your partner. Imagine being in a relationship where the person you are dealing with or the person you're in a relationship with doesn't even look at you, doesn't express themselves. They are in their own world. How would you feel? You want to be in a relationship where you can express yourself. You can express your concerns. You can speak up. So that's why effective communication is key in every relationship. You must communicate effectively. You look at your spouse. You look at them. Say what it is. Say what your concerns are. Express yourself. You look at their faces, they look at yours. Remember, while I was on the keyboard, you couldn't see my face, but you could only hear my voice. Do you think that was effective communication? You wouldn't like your spouse to do that, would you? Every time you want to communicate, they're not listening. That is not effective communication. Communication is two-way. You speak, they hear, they process it, and then they express the output. They express what they their understanding of what you've said. But if there's disruption along the way, your communication is interrupted, and then misunderstanding occurs. So, you want your communication to be effective, yeah? Because it strengthens the trust you have between you and your spouse. So, your expression matters. Remember, we understand communication, both verbal and non-verbal communication. So, from today, be determined Express yourself effectively. Look at the person you are speaking to. Let them see you. Let them see how what it is you're trying to say, the concerns you have. It shows on your face, it shows in your body language, and they need to see it, they need to read it. And you too, when you are speaking to your spouse, you need to see the way they feel. You need to sense it. You need to understand it. Look at them, their body language and everything. All that is communication. So from today, ensure that your communication is effective. Not only the words you speak, but the way, your expressions, your body language, everything, shows. You need to ensure that you're expressing yourself effectively and your partner is understanding what you are trying to say. Thanks once again for hanging out with me. See you tomorrow for tip number 4. Bye for now. The importance of effective communication in marriage. Today we are talking about tip number 4. Why effective communication is vital in every relationship. What is that tip? It helps you understand each other better. Yes, effective communication gives you a better understanding of your spouse. You understand their wants, you understand their needs, you understand their preferences. Okay, you understand their goals, you understand their aspirations. Why? Because you are communicating effectively with this person you are doing life with. What are their wants? Some people are married and they don't even understand the goals of their spouse. They don't know their aspirations. They wake up, go out, sleep, repeat the next day. Wake up, go out, come back, sleep, and repeat. So they are constantly rinsing and repeating the same pattern, but there's no goal, there's no focus. They are both going different directions. Two captains in the boat. That is not the way it should be. So from today, ask your spouse, sit together. What are your wants? What are your needs? What are your aspirations? What are your goals? And your partner needs to know yours as well. Now, when you are both on the same page, tell me, do you think you would come out and say irreconcilable differences? No, you will become more compatible because you know their preferences. When you go out, some couples, they don't even have to say a word. They know when it's time to leave because they have that agreement, they have that sign only known to both of them that they have to make. And they say, oh, okay, see you the next day, or see you another time, rather, not the next day. They know the sign. You see, things like that. Make this your homework. Know the preferences, know what they like, know what they enjoy. Some don't even know the favorite meal of their spouse. It's not funny because it's true. It's real. This is reality. They are married, but I know they eat. I'm not sure which one they prefer. No, change that from today. Know what their preferences are, and they need to know yours as well, not just in terms of food, anything else. All right? And then your bond increases and you become even more compatible, like I've already said. So that is tip number 4 for you. All right? Your understanding of each other deepens. Thanks once again. See you for tip number 5 tomorrow. Bye for now. Hi, welcome back. Tip number 5, we are looking at the importance of effective communication in marriage. Today is for tip number 5. I'm making myself a drink while I share this tip. So tip number 5, you are able to share life's ups and downs together. Now, communication, open communication enables you support your spouse, you support each other. You're able to celebrate your joys, any joy you experience or encounter during your day. You come home rejoicing, hey, look at what happened to me today. Wow, this happened, that happened. You're able to communicate and support each other. You talk about it, you rejoice together, you laugh, you hug, and all of that. You are happy together because there's no grudge. You're not holding any grudge against them. They have none against you either. And you are both happy together. Imagine where there's no free flow of communication. You're angry, they're angry, you're not speaking, and things like that. You can't even come home and celebrate together. You can't say, wow, look at what happened to me today, because you're like, I'm going to, show them I'm this, I'm that. So you're not able to freely and openly talk about this new thing, victory that you've just had. Maybe a few days later or hours later, you are able to talk about it. But at that moment, it hinders you. You see? So open communication, free, effective communication enables you to truly and genuinely share your joys, whatever victory you've encountered. You're able to come home, celebrate it, and talk about it. And the other thing it helps you to do is you're able to share whatever challenges you're going through, and they can share the challenge they are experiencing with you as well. And two heads together can solve the problem easier. Two heads are better than one, remember? And a problem shared is a problem, some say halved, some say solved. So you choose the one you prefer. Now, the point is sharing the challenges makes it easier. The load, there's no weight on anyone. It makes it easier. You put your heads together and you are able to find a solution quicker. You see, that is the importance of effective communication in the home. And you're able to do life's journey together with ease, without stress. Mental health problems are real. And these are some of the ways of ensuring that you don't encounter them, you don't suffer from them, you don't experience it. It makes life's journey, the weight easier on both of you. So go on communicating effectively. My mug says king of the castle. Well, my husband is the king of the castle. I'm the queen of our castle. It doesn't stop me from using the mug anyway. And I hope you're enjoying my tips. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye. Right, so tip number 6 on the importance of effective communication in marriage. Right, so at this point, the appreciation of each other grows. You appreciate each other more. You are able to validate your spouse. You see, you are able to communicate the love, the feelings you have for each other better. You see, while I drink my herbal tea, I'm just adding some honey to that. Just think about the tips I've just shared with you. The appreciation of for each other, it grows. You're able to tell them how much you love them, how much you appreciate them, because communication is there. It is free. You are both expressing how you feel. You're expressing your concerns, and the care you have for your spouse increases, and theirs for you also increases. You communicate your feelings, you are validating each other, and you are able to strengthen the emotional support you offer to them. They receive it, and also they reciprocate. They are able to strengthen the emotional support they have and express to you as well, because you are communicating effectively. Nobody is misunderstanding each other. And when the misunderstandings do occur, you are able to quickly go back to that place of understanding. You're able to quench whatever fire is beginning to come up. The little foxes, you're able to close every hole to prevent those foxes from ruining what you're building, the foundation of your marriage. Because you have a strong foundation, you spot those little foxes before they go out of hand, before they begin to give birth and multiply, and then your home is filled with them. As soon as you spot one, you're able to quickly close the hole to prevent them from coming in and inviting others in and multiplying till it outgrows and you both do not know what to do. At this point, you need external help. So, effective communication. We are looking at the reasons why effective communication is important in every marriage. This is tip number 6 I've shared with you today. Go ahead, put it into practice. Think about the things I've shared all of this week, and then look at the ones. Which ones do you think you are doing already? Which ones do you need to reinforce in your home and your marriage? Take care. I'll be sharing the last tip with you tomorrow. I better enjoy my herbal tea while it's still hot. Bye for now. Tip number 7. Lastly, effective communication is vital in a relationship because it allows you to navigate life's changes easily. It becomes easier to make decisions about anything. Life often changes, occurs. Now, when you get to that crucial point and you have to make a major life choice or decision, because you now work together as a team and you're communicating effectively, it's easier. You don't have to argue about changes that you have to make in your home, probably about your children, where they school, what university to go to, or whatever the life change is. It's different for everyone. Maybe where to live, type of house to get, type of car to buy, or things like that. You don't have to argue over every little decision you need to make in your home because you are communicating effectively. Besides, you are now working together as a team. It becomes easier to align your goals, to align your dreams, your aspirations. Everything becomes smoother because you're communicating. They know everything you want to do, your preferences and all of that. So this is why communication, not just communication, effective communication is vital in your relationship or your marriage. Now, thanks everyone for joining me. I have shared 7 tips so far, and I hope you've written them down somewhere and you've also started putting them into practice. That's if you haven't done any of these already, take them, write them down, make sure you share them with your spouse as well, because it's a partnership. There's no point you following these tips and your partner has no clue. So do share them with your partner, and see you next week as I discuss a new topic. Remember, please share my videos, follow if you haven't followed already. I would really appreciate that, and invite others as well. Like, comment, and just engage. Let me know your thoughts about the tips I have shared so far. Thanks for joining me. Till I come your way again, take care. Bye for now. Hi guys, how are you all doing today? I've come in quickly to talk about the importance of effective communication in marriage. Why is it so crucial? I'm sure you've all heard about communication. Why is that big letter C so important in marriage? It is vital. It is crucial. I can't even emphasize this enough. Now, The reason why it's important is because it helps build emotional intimacy between the couple. Emotional intimacy. Imagine a relationship where you do not understand each other. Well, how far do you think that relationship is going to go? Now, we've often heard it being said that the woman needs to look for that important time she can talk to her husband. You see, look for the right time. Make sure he's in the right mood. Make sure, what about the man? Remember, it is a partnership. So instead of everyone following maybe what society pressure, everyone seems to be talking about, the woman needs to do this, the girl child is trained to look after her home. What about changing that narrative and ensuring that